America a better place. That's why we're here today.
Sitting in a hyacinth cave of my own, an ocean serene, flat as air like you. I have ever seen
42% of all Latino migrant
how
deaths
it is with me.
are on the throne of the nation.
Floating turtle rocks, mock suspension, structures of my belief.
And so all of us from Tucson and those of us from Arizona have been living for 15 years at least of this repression. 15 years of having to feel the funneling of immigrants through our state in order to create chaos and division between us, to invite the hate groups in here, to have the media every night talk bad about us, to claim that we're criminals because we work with a social security number that is fictitious. We're told we're criminals because we pay a coyote to bring us into the country. They don't go after a coyote, they come after our people.
Water is all around, but the hills brown, earth embraces, panoramas line all out from time. Was a time when I thought that maybe I wouldn't die, that I would live. I was this one lifeline. Water, it closes in this cave. I am dying this cave.
Hello everybody! Hello, my name is Felipe Matos, and this is Carlos Roa, Gabi Pacheco, y Juan Rodriguez, and we've walked 1,500 miles, one step at a time, seeking liberation, seeking a way to be free, and to tell this world that we're human beings and we should be treated with dignity. So today we're here to support all the activities against SB 1070, but also to give a very clear message that this is more than just an issue of a policy. This is an issue of human rights. And what we call this is the new human rights issue of this century. And you are part of it. You're making history right now. President Obama, you promised us that we would not have any more raids in your first 100 days. And yet we keep seeing the raids, we keep seeing people getting deported, and today is the day that we're going to tell him, and we're going to send a very clear message. Stop separating our families. Stop deporting our youth. Give us the freedom. And we're going to go see Joe Arpaio on June 1st. And once and for all, we're going to rid ourselves from all types of fear. We will not be afraid anymore. Thank you.
So the DREAM Act is a bill that's making its way through Congress. Essentially, it would allow for undocumented young people, like myself. I came here when I was 3 years old. It would allow for undocumented young people who came here before the age of 16. If they go to college for at least 2 years, or they join the military for at least 2 years, they can fix their status. And so essentially, they get a 6-year window of temporary legal status. And through that time, if they complete that 2-year requirement, they can get legal status. And so essentially, it's what the foundation of this country is. If you work hard, you can fix your status, you can succeed. And that's what the DREAM Act is at the end of the day.
Thank you.
When we started the project, we knew that we could potentially be facing deportation. And so, I mean, I think what's so great about doing social movements with other young people is that we like each other, right? And we joke around and we laugh. And so we were sitting in McCain's office laughing and talking about our stories and making jokes about being undocumented. And of course there were the tense moments, right, when we had to talk about our choices around getting arrested or not getting arrested, or how all of that was going to happen. And so, yeah, I mean, during those tense moments, I think what we were thinking about is all of the reasons why we're doing this, right? Which can't be about ourselves. Like I feel like I wouldn't have the strength to do it just for myself, but like I keep thinking about all of the young people that I have met throughout my work, right? Who I don't know, who need something, who need hope, who need to have some rights in the society.
You've been at this a while now.
Yeah, I started working on the DREAM Act in 2001 when it was introduced. So it's been 9 years, and I work at a youth program in Chicago, and so with a lot of undocumented students, and so like, you know, I remember one of the young people like talking about her grandmother and how her grandmother was dying and how she couldn't travel outside of the U.S., right? And her like crying in my office. I remember one of like my close friends now who's like 18, and she has tried to commit suicide a couple of times, right? And part of that is like feeling like she has no options in the United States. All the like bright students who can't go to school because they can't afford it, because they can't even get loans. You know, it's not even about scholarships, like you can't even get loans. All the people who are scared about driving, or like who have gotten pulled over by the police and then ended up in deportation proceedings. And so it's definitely intense. But I also think that like we go in knowing all of this, and just like trying to survive and trying to like live up to this motto of living undocumented and unafraid.
We are all immigrants this day.
I am with the water, it closes in. No difference anymore, no